So today on Opportunity Nanny, we are looking at how to apply for the fully funded France Excellence IFU Scholarship Program. Now, this scholarship is amazing because it covers everything. It covers your tuition fee, it provides you with a stipend, it provides you with housing, it pays your flight ticket, health insurance, and a lot more. It even provides you with opportunity for staycation during your course of study. So it's an amazing scholarship. Now, what drives a lot of people from this scholarship is that the application process is a bit different from other scholarship. So make sure that you stick to the end. So I'm going to be showing you how to apply for this scholarship. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and also comment down below. Now, before diving into it, Opportunity Nanny now offers a consulting service. So if you need any of our services, make sure you contact us in the email address down below, or contact us with the phone number, or you can just register your interest in the link at the description box below, and we're going to be getting in contact with you. Now let's dive right into this video. The France Excellence IFU Scholarship is a yearly scholarship in France. So for anyone that wants to study in higher institution in France, this is one of the best scholarship for it. Now we're going to be looking at the program rules, but before we go into that, let's look at the objective of this scholarship and the areas of study. Now, this scholarship is developed by the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs and is to help French institutions attract the best foreign students for masters and doctoral programs. The goal is to train future foreign decision makers from both private and public sector in priority areas. So what are the priority areas of study this year? Now, for science and technology is biology and health, ecological transition, mathematics and digital, and engineering sciences. And for humanity and social sciences, it is history, French language and civilization, law and political science, and economics and management. So these are the two main disciplinary fields for the French Excellence IFU Scholarship. Now, I already told you that for the level of study, it's going to be master's degree or a doctoral degree. Now, what is the duration of the scholarship? Now, it depends on the course you are taking. Some courses offer master's level for up to just a year. Some master's is for 2 years. And for engineering degree, if you are offering a master's, it's going to be for 36 months. Now, for doctorate level, the scholarship is awarded for a period of maximum 12 to 36 months, starting on September 1st of the year the scholarship is awarded. So why they say 12 months is that there are some people, if maybe you are already a PhD candidate at a French higher institution, you can still apply for that. But if you still want to just start your PhD program at the French higher education or higher institution, you can still apply for this scholarship. It's going to be covering it. That's why there's a range of 12 to 36 months stated here. Now, what is the benefit of this scholarship? For master's level, you are going to be receiving monthly allowance of €1,200. There are going to be other services that are added. You're going to be getting international transportation to go to France. You are going to be getting it. National transportation, they're going to be providing you some stipends to aid with your transportation moving around whatever city you are in France. Your insurance is going to be covered. They are going to be helping you to search for houses so that when you come, you already have house in order. And there are other cultural activities. I'm going to be breaking it down more in the document that is listed here, but it's just to get you to understand the benefits that await you if you apply for this scholarship. Now, for the doctorate level, the only difference is that you are going to be getting a monthly stipend of €2,100, which also added several benefits, which is very similar to that in the master's level. Now, for both elements of the program, the tuition fees are not covered by the France Excellence IFU program. Now we'll talk about the tuition fees later. Now, how to apply for the France Excellence IFU scholarship? The first step is you are going to be contacting Campus France in your country of origin, or the French Embassy Corporation and Cultural Action Department that will guide you and advise you on your study plan. Now, this is where people get discouraged because they don't understand it, but I'll be showing you how to do that. Just stick with me. Now, to learn about the procedure and deadline for submitting an application, contact the International Relations Department of a French institution via his website by email or by telephone. Now it's up to you to choose the school or university that best suits your plan for studying in France. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Then you have the second step after the institution accept and support your application for the France Excellence IFU Scholarship, but that will be later. Now, I already told you, let's look at the IFU program rules and other information that it contains. So once you click on it, it's going to take you to this PDF. So this PDF is regulations governing the France Excellence Scholarship. They're just talking about the program objective. I already told you about the field of study, the level of study, the length of the scholarship, master's and doctoral program. Please, you can also go through them in details, because at the end of the day I'm just giving you like a brief version and I'm pointing out the major things, but it's going to best aid you if you go through the details properly. Now, I also told you about the cover service. So I know the cover service here is different from the amount they put in the website. This is the last year version, it's not an updated version, but they just keep it there because the same thing applies. Now, there are other program regulations applicable to recipients and institution, talking about the campus France and how the IFU scholarship cannot be combined with another French government scholarship. So you cannot combine it with like an Erasmus Mundus scholarship and the rest. The duration of the IFU scholarship, now it is for the whole academic year. The start of the scholarship cannot be postponed. So if you get the scholarship and something happens and you have to defer, you cannot defer it. Do you understand? They spoke about how the scholarship is granted for a number of years required to cover your academic program. So your master's program, if it's a 12-month master program, is going to cover it. Now, it's covering excluding language training. So they say the scholarship period may not exceed 24 months for enrollment in a master's 1 program and 12 months for enrollment in a master's 2 program. Now, and 36 months for enrollment in an engineering program. So don't be confused about the master 1, master 2 program. It's just telling you that there are some masters you apply for that is just for 1 year. So that's the one for the masters 2. Then there's programs you apply for that is for 2 years. So that's the one for the master 1. So apart from your language training, it shouldn't exceed more than those years. Okay, in exceptional cases involving 24-month scholarship, the ministry may allow recipients to use their gap year to repeat an unsuccessful completed year at your own expense. Now, if the recipient is successful in the second attempt, the scholarship will be reinstated for the following year. Now, students undergoing language training before commencing their academic program are eligible to receive scholarship benefits for the maximum of 1 year. However, from August 2024, the language training must be mentioned in the application file. It cannot be requested after the fact. The cost of the language training is the student's own responsibility and is not included in the scholarship. So if you know that maybe you need to arrive earlier, you want some training in French language, you have to mention that. Although you can apply for a course in an international course, that's a course that is taught in English. We spoke about internship and exchanges. And I'm not going to be going into that. Let's just scroll down. There are information about gap year, if you can take a gap year, doctoral scholarship, and the rest. Okay, so what are the covered courses that they were mentioning? You know, they said they're going to be giving you a stipend and other covered courses and other covered services. Now, for the master's level, they already told you the stipends you're going to be receiving. The method of disbursement. So the payments are going to be made by bank transfer to an account in France in the name of the recipient. The first payment is sent to the recipient via Western Union. The benefit is conditioned on the presence of the recipient in his or a specified location. So the first bank transfer will be made through via Western Union to whichever country you are in, so that once you arrive in France, then the allowance is paid from the date of the recipient's arrival in France, but no earlier than the previously agreed date of arrival. Now, tuition and fees. You know, they said they don't cover tuition fee. Now, the recipients of the French government scholarship are exempt from tuition charges for programs leading to a national diploma, that's master's and doctorates, or accredited engineering degree in public institutions or professional nature overseen by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. So that means except assets fought above, program costs are not covered by the IFU scholarship. So they're telling you that if you are a recipient of this scholarship and you are doing a program in a public institution in France, you are exempt from paying tuition fee. So what this will mean is that if you are doing your program in any other institution that is not public, maybe a private institution, you may be the one responsible for the tuition or the program cost. Now, travel and transportation, they are going to be refunding you the travel cost of airfare in the least expensive class available. That is what is going to be covered by the scholarship. So don't go and book first class and expect business class and expect the scholarship to cover it. They are going to be funding in the least expensive class available, and they are going to be covering the cost of your travel. Also, the cost of your travel between international airports closest to the recipient's home abroad and their academic location in France. Now, upon submission of receipts, the cost of airfare incurred by the recipient will be reimbursed in an amount not to exceed 50% of the maximum rate set by the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs. I will not just go into that, but there's a lot of information on reimbursement and stuff. But we are looking at how to apply for the scholarship. You also you can also request return tickets if you want to go back to your country at the end of your program. Your health insurance, there's also information about how they cover that and everything they do about that. Also, how they help with housing. They say they also help with housing, so you can read about that. And also, I told you guys that you can request for a short getaway of 3 to 4 days to allow you to make touristic or cultural discoveries. They're going to also be funding that. So you can see when I say that this scholarship is amazing, it's amazing. And then you also get to be part of a community of previous IFU alumnus community. Very necessary. Now, obligations of scholarship recipients. If you receive the scholarship, there are a lot of obligations that are listed here. Please, I advise that you go and look at it. I don't want to bore us because the most important thing is how do we apply for this. So read it because you have to do some work on your own too. Now, what are the documents to be submitted to Campus France? Now, remember they said if you want to apply, we have 3 steps. The first step is to contact Campus France. So they are going to be submitting your place of residence, email address, telephone number, certificate of academic enrollment, and some other information when you go there, when you reach, and also personal online service. But this is for when you already gotten the scholarship already. Now let's go back to how we can apply. Now remember that, so guys, before we continue, I just want to bring the timeline to you. Now the call of application opened the 1st of this month, and the deadline for reception of application by Campus France is January 8, 2026, and the result will be published 30th of March 2026. So let me now show you how to apply. So they said the first step is, number 1, you contact Campus France in your country of origin or the French embassy in your country that can guide you and advise you on how to your study program. That's the first step. So you just click on contact. You can just type contact Campus France and it's going to show you the one for your own country. So you can click on Campus France Nigeria. So this is what it's going to show you. You can see the flag there. The flag is showing Nigeria. So now if you want to send them an email, you don't understand what is going on, even after I read it, you also, because they said contact them, so you should send them an email. This is where you click on this icon. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to the email. Let's send them an email just telling them about your interest for applying for this IFU scholarship, and just let them know about you and stuff, and they'll get back to you. If you have any questions you want to ask them, they'll get back to you. Now, Nigeria is one of the countries that is subject to the France procedure. So students residing in Nigeria are required to submit specific requests for enrollment in higher education program. Now, this is the template. So what they do is that they're telling you that the first step is to choose a school and a course. Find out a specific requirement on their website or via their email. Now, there are many good universities, but at different tuition fees. So there are different tuition fees, but if you are going to get a public university, you're not going to pay tuition fee because of the scholarship. So now let's look. There are different information. Let's look at courses that are taught in English. If you want a course that is taught in French, please click on it. But I'm assuming most of us want a course that is taught in English. So you click on courses taught in English, and it's going to take you to this page. Now in this page, I already streamlined it. So I clicked on I'm interested in a master's and the different opportunity for MBA and the rest. I'm not seeing anything for PhDs yet. So for PhD candidates, you may have to go and do your own selection just based on internet. So you can look at type out PhD courses at or French institutions. If you want public institutions, click it and then just check that out. Type of degree. Do you want 100% taught in English? I said yes. So I'm going to be picking ESC Claremont Business School. I think this looks like a federal, this may be a private school, but I'll just use this one as a template for it. Okay, I don't. So we can click on MSc International Commerce and Digital Marketing in ESC School. So this is the website. So it's going to take you directly to the website, but you can also check out the program description and type of institution, courses are taught in English, the field. You have to also check out the field because remember the scholarship is in a particular field. So this is business administration, which is fine since the scholarship covers economics and business administration. Admission, you need a bachelor's degree equivalent to 4 years, and you must complete application material and provide proof. So there are a lot of information. Then there's the tuition fee. This looks like a private. I don't. This is a private university. It looks like a private university. So you want to confirm that. Be sure it's not private. Look for public, so that okay. See, the application is even open, so you can just check it out. Check your course if you're interested in it and go and apply. But let me check for maybe a public school, so that you know what we are doing here. Let me see. Okay, let me check out this one. Let's check out this one. Okay, this looks like a federal school because tuition fee is €900. So it seems like a federal school. So you want to confirm that though, except you have the capacity, you have a specific school and you know that you can afford the tuition fee. But if it's a public school, then you know you're fine. So if you're interested in it, you can check it out. Okay, this is something I'm interested in. I like it. You can now go to the institution website and then check and send them an email. Do you understand? Because they already said it here that after you have sent an email to campus pal, after you have sent an email to campus pal, also you can contact the international relations department of the institution you are interested in applying in by email or by telephone. So let them know that you want to apply for this course, this is your CV, these are your qualifications, and you want to also apply for the IFU scholarship, and they will put you up to speed with what next to do. So that's all you just need to do for the time being. Just select your course, contact these people, and then they will let you know what to do next. That's all for this scholarship. For PhD candidates too, the same thing apply. Contact them, tell them you want to apply for this scholarship, and they will tell you the next thing to do. Now, depending on your country, because in Nigeria there's a lot of information here on how after you can click here, this is the platform you're going to use to apply or enroll, and you're allowed to apply for 7 different courses in one single application. But you have then for bachelor's people that are interested in bachelor's degree is 3. So you can create an account here and apply. This is the deadline, but remove the 2024 change it to 2025. So you can apply for that, and they are telling you that by the time they are going to be calling you for interview for visa, you have to pay about 50,000 naira. But first apply for the scholarship first, and you understand a lot of things. If not, contact them. I already showed you where to contact them. And if you need our help, don't forget that we have our consulting service who will be able to help you, even though I've given you a lot of information that you need to also do these things on your own. Because while it is our aim, while our consulting service is there, we hope to make sure that even with this video, people can apply by themselves. But if you still need help and you don't have time, please make sure you contact us below. That's why we're here for you guys. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section.